Could be.
We're back again, guys. So apparently we had some audio issues. I'm here with Lars. Say it again. Rørbakken. I said it wrong. It's Lars Rørbakken to me, my buddy from Norway. We've had some good workouts since he's been here. This is BFR arm workout. 150 reps of biceps, 150 reps of triceps, 50 cable pulls left, 50 cable pulls right. We're gonna go downstairs and do all my other arm wrestling stuff. But we've already got this stuff pumped up here. I'm gonna get myself pumped, and it is time to get this party started. So any questions y'all might have for Lars, for me, for Mrs. Monster, whatever, we're all in the house right now.
All right, guys watching at home, it's a great time for you to go ahead and text your friends, share this stream to your other social media platforms, get as many people on here as possible so they can join into this fun workout.
Ooh,
and
you already pumped up. Look at that. All right, go ahead, baby.
So the sound, I don't know why my Rode mic is not picking up, so it's actually having to come from my laptop. So it may not be tip-top, guys, but we will get it worked out before. We're going to do a podcast, I think, on Monday. Is that correct, Michael Todd?
One of the days that Lars is here, there will be a podcast. That's what I got.
There you go. We got Phil Woody on. Thank you so much, Phil.
So 30 reps, palms down, back up to 30. All right, so while he's doing those, I'm gonna do a little bit of tricep press downs, but I can talk through this, so tell me what you got,
So the thing is, the guys are definitely not wanting to just take a break and stand still because they have those BFR cuffs on their
Right.
arms. So I expect that Lars will be bleeding here soon.
He's pretty vascular. Bad stuff can happen.
He is. He really is. Ah.
First time trying this.
Oh, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me.
Walk over here close to the
All right.
camera, Lars, and flex your forearm. Let them see
Don't
that.
let him flex too.
Oh
much.
my
All
Lord!
right, go ahead and do straight bar or V-bar press downs. 30 reps, yes sir. So I'm adjourning over here to the cable machine, honey, for a cable crossover for cable pulls.
Okay.
Do you want to follow? Do you want Lars to talk? What you got?
We are going to watch some Lars.
Go do that. I'm pulling this.
Alrighty. And then I will move over to you.
It's all good. I'm going to be over there for control in just a second.
Oh, I'm going to seize your back. We'll move over there here in a little bit.
You don't have to. Just where we're working.
Ah, look at, how's that feel, Lars?
Strange.
It feels weird.
Yeah.
10 left, 10 right.
So the guys have been having a really good time. They're getting ready to go watch some MMA tonight.
MMA fights tonight. So this is round one already. We got one round in. Under, we got 5 rounds total. Palm up curls. Look at guard. Lars, be sure to wrap your thumb. Wrap your thumb. There you go, just like that.
So I might move the whole shebang over there here just a little bit so they can see y'all doing some cable pulls with a spinning handle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So how many rounds do you have up here before we go downstairs?
The whole thing is 5 rounds. I just said that.
Okay, 5 rounds.
Yeah, so this is round 2.
Okay.
We've already completed 1. Total of 5, and then we'll take the BFRs off and go downstairs.
Yeah. And that's where they're going to do rice bucket, I guess, and rope pulling.
We're going to do 10 rounds of wrist rolls, reverse forward, 5 sets of 50 each arm, flex grippers, then rice bucket, and pronated rope pull.
Al Sims wants to know, Lars, what do you think of the Monster Factory?
I love it. I really love it.
He
That's
said
everything.
he said he loves it. Yesterday he was out here early morning before Michael, and he was here late last night after Michael, just doing stuff. But I will tell you, he has a cave to work out in. So I mean.
Yeah, so he got, last night he finished off with 30 minutes on a treadmill, 30 minutes of stretching, another 30 minutes on a treadmill
Oh, is it
while
like-
I was sleeping.
Michael,
Michael,
Yep, overhead shots at 30 reps.
like this?
Like, yes, sir.
Phil Woody says, super cool seeing Lars in the Monster Factory. What was Lars' first impression? Pretty sweet place, hey? And how gorgeous is Hot Springs? He hasn't got to get out in Hot Springs yet. He saw downtown, but we're going to get him out to see more. What was your first impression, he wants to know?
Of the gym when you saw the
The gym was bigger than I thought. Much bigger. Much better.
John Augustin, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, next video, I want to see Lars and Michael climb to the top of one of those mountains and hear Monster cry, Gennady!
Like Rocky IV?
Yeah, like Rocky IV.
That's funny.
That was awesome. That was fabulous. Thank you so much for that super chat. Jeremy Parker saying, what's up, fellas? You're going to be here tomorrow, right?
So,
And I'm
we're
doing
gonna
okay.
finish over here with the pronation strap. So right now we're gonna go to rope curls.
30.
Yeah, I haven't done mine yet. So,
Jeremy's done this workout, hadn't he?
yeah.
Yeah, he does a BFR cuss or no?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, Michael can't answer me now, so clearly the BFR cuss are doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah. Even worse when I'm resting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're like,
It is worse when you're resting.
Yeah.
Because the pump never goes away. It just keeps getting worse.
ooh.
That's
Yeah.
why once we do this, it'll be a lot easier to talk.
Yeah, I'm not going to go over there because there's no good place to put the
Yeah,
mic
I didn't think
with
it
your
would.
back to it. Yeah. Mountain Michael Todd is what Clone says.
Perfect.
Zombo,
Again, instead of D-bar.
Zombo Fitness says, hey monsters, what did y'all think of King of the Table 12? We got to talk about that. I guess you will do that on your podcast, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So that'll be in the next couple of days. Yeah, it was a great event. Enjoyed all of the matches. Rick Stuckey says, what's up?
What's up, buddy? All right, so go ahead and spin the camera this way for a second. While he's doing that, I'm gonna do pronated. So I'll try to turn towards you.
Uh-huh.
Just grab like this.
Uh-huh. So you're just pronating over the top
With
there.
this, a little bit of a curl.
Yeah. Okay. Carl Superman Stanley's on.
Oh, that's your opponent.
He says he cannot wait to pull Lars. If you guys do not know, Lars and Carl have got a super match coming up at the East versus West Challenger Series in Florida. November 23rd. The day before my grandson's birthday.
So,
What do I do? 30
yeah, 30 each.
each arm?
Is that the same day as the event?
The one we're doing for Blake Perry, yeah.
Yeah, so Blake, if you're not going to be at the Challenger Series, guys, you want to,
Come to Tennessee.
yeah, Tennessee, November
Let it
23rd.
pronate a little bit more. Yeah, let's do it. There you go.
We are putting on, not we, they're putting on a special event tournament to raise money for Blake Perry. If you know him, you love him. He is an awesome fellow. Well, he's got a pituitary tumor. And so it's a benefit to help pay for his medical bills and expenses. Thank you so much for that shout out, Phil. I should have a video coming out in just the next couple of days. I made a lemon blueberry cake.
Ooh.
It was awesome.
You can spin back this way, get Lars.
All right.
Overhead triceps at that bar.
Like we did this way.
Yeah, same thing, but just different.
Not bring your head in here and let us see your sweat. He's leaking, y'all. He's leaking. Carl says, you both look strong.
We're getting there.
So there's a lot of benefits to the BFR cuffs, that Michael's wearing. The biggest benefit I'm going to go ahead and tell you about was demonstrated to us when he competed in the WAL 2017 finals. A lot of people had said, including Devon, had said that Michael was not cut out for a deep tournament, especially when he was unseated. Well, the BFR cuffs, the training that he did, taught his body, his arms, whatever, to work with the pump and also help to get rid of the pump.
One second before we keep finishing. This is how you do this, okay, Lars? This is the top curl. You have to engage your riser before you start the rep. If your riser fails, stop the lift, drop the weight.
Okay. So again,
engage your riser.
Usually, well, Michael's first match at the 2017 WO was against Nick Zenna, and that ended up being...
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't.
Third match.
Third match was Nick Zenna, ended up being about a minute.
Over
a minute long, and usually that would do him in for any further matches. The BFR cuffs, he'd gotten used to working with the pump, but also it helps the pump to go away faster. His body adjusts. Pump went away, and he went on to...
Beat Travis round 2.
Yeah.
Lose to Dave, go back, beat Travis, then beat Dave for the finals. Flex my eyes. All right, tricep dips.
Was Gennady not on your live? Oh.
Hope he's okay. He just never tuned in or anything.
Oh yeah, thanks for dropping that link there, Phil. That is the East versus West Challenger Series, guys, where you can get info on that. Oh. Seeing Michael doing some tricep dips over there. Back arms.
Back arms. All right. Last set of cable pulls, I'm going to take these off.
Oh, that was fast. 5 rounds. Quick. Oh, wait. Y'all got to see this cuteness. Right there. Bandit, he is supervising the work. Oh, he is supervising the workout. There we go. Supernova, not today. They are going to have arm wrestling tomorrow when Jeremy's here.
Yeah. $150 reps for biceps, 150 reps triceps, 50 cable pulls left, 3-inch spinning handle, 50 cable pulls right, 3-inch spinning handle. What do you think about the pump?
You saw him rip them off. He's like, I gotta breathe. Is it letting you straighten your arms out? Yeah. Come here and show your forearms.
I mean, but the biceps got a little blood in it. Yeah, a little.
That's not great light where you are.
No,
Back
not.
up behind the light.
Go this way.
Oh, this way? Where you at? There you go. All right.
All right, so we gotta move this party downstairs for the rest of the arm wrestling work, you know.
All righty. So guys, if this comes unplugged, just hang still. Stay tuned, because I will hook it back up. Michael, can you grab my water down there, please?
Where's that?
Underneath the stool.
Oh, there we go.
All right, I'm carrying you guys downstairs. Don't get dizzy.
All right. Good job, though, dude.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
It's hard to hang with you and all this new stuff.
Well, you made it really well.
Is he the first one to finish all 5 rounds?
I think so, at that weight.
Yeah.
And he did it relatively easy. It looked like to me.
I don't think anybody else that you've had here doing it.
He's such a cardio freak anyway.
Yeah.
But the pump is severe,
Going over to the rice bucket and stuff?
Well, I think we'll go ahead and do that first, and then we'll wrist roll after that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab that stool in there. Go ahead and hop in front of the camera. Lars, take any questions, whatever, I'll be right back.
Okay. Who's got any questions for Lars? We got him set up here, ready to go. me move this stuff up forward. James Gillenwater says he wants to see you versus Leonidas.
Yeah, that would be very nice.
That would be fun,
Yeah.
right?
He's getting strong. He's getting really strong.
Nolan Berger wants to know. Oh, I need to remove this. Nolan Berger wants to know, for Lars, do you do specific workouts on a table, or how do you prefer to train? Calisthenics or what?
After my comeback now 1 year ago, I only stay on table. Of course, I do gym workouts, but nothing specialized for arm wrestling like this. Just a lot of table time. But now it's time to step it up to get further progression.
Which is why you came here, right?
Yeah, which is why I came here to learn from Michael, and I already learned a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Been busy since he got
Busy.
here.
My arm already toasted. It's so new for me, this.
Zombo Fitness says, when did you start arm wrestling?
I started arm wrestling all the way back in '98, and I did it for approximately 10 years. And then I did strongman for 5-6 years. Back to arm wrestling for a few years, and then I had a long break now, just doing all kind of stuff. Climbing mountains, did the highest mountain in Europe, did bicycle race, boxing, fighting, all kinds of sports. And now I'm back into arm wrestling.
Awesome. Awesome. Bandit, move away from the microphone, buddy. They don't need to hear you breathe. I need something to set this on about this height. Even the, yeah, that'd be fine.
I realized before we started this workout, I have not eaten enough today.
Phil wants to know, Lars, are you hitting that cold plunge?
I gotta.
Yeah.
We are going. He does that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Before I did ice bathing all year round, but I haven't done that. No, I just do it occasionally when I'm hiking.
Yeah, I gotta change the filter tomorrow on my cold plunge, and then we can cool it back off. All right, you're here, boss.
Yeah.
We'll grab that.
All right, so we have got Lars right now on the rope machine, and Michael going to be working the rise
And
button.
this was.
Thumb on top, just like that. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. All right.
Austin Webb wants to know, what is your best exercise to improve side pressure? I'm eager to train it, but it's definitely the most taxing.
Well, I mean, I've done a lot of pec deck in my life, which helps develop side pressure. Other than that, it's going to be any type of side pressure setup pulley, you know. Anything you can set up with a pulley that's going to be coming from your side, whether it's right arm, left arm, either way, is going to be the best way to mimic it for the table, just like you're in a match. Pec deck has always helped me with side pressure and transition to a press, you know.
We have got Blake Perry on.
My
Hey.
boy.
He
Blake,
says,
buddy, I hope you're doing well, sir.
looking forward to the event November 23rd, Blake.
Yes, sir.
He says, hey there, Mr. and Miss Monster.
All right, keep going, boss. 1 minute in.
Connolly wants to know, how much does Lars weigh?
115, 253.
Alrighty. Way cool. He says, so cool you got Lars there.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Someone just mentioned a match a while ago that Lars thought would be great.
Yeah, him and Leonidas, right?
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Two very physically fit humans, you know what I mean?
I'm looking back to see if I missed any questions, just making sure.
I think your open top row would be sticky, and the fact that you have your ace move of a press, I think you're at least a 60-40, 70-30 favorite.
We got Florinella from Romania chiming in. He says, hello from Romania.
What's happening? Yeah.
What's Michael's good weight for Levan once you beat everybody else?
All right, so I had gotten up to 300 about 3 weeks ago, and I stayed there for about a week. Then I realized I had diverticulitis, I had to go all liquids for 3 days, then much smaller portions. So I got down to 290 evening weight. All this is evening weight. Morning weight's all the way down to like, hell, I was 81.2 yesterday. I'm back up to 83.6 today, so right now I'm at 290. I'm thinking once I can get back to eating like I was in about a week, we'll get my weigh-in weight versus Gennady right at 300. I figure with winter coming up, that will be easy, right, to say, because, you know, I like to eat, and those winter holiday months make it a little bit easier. Let's say Army's 1st of February, I'm thinking maybe 310 in Army's if I'm healthy, and it doesn't really matter. I'm just guessing by going through winter and stuff. And I talked to Ingen today. He was saying, win those 2 matches, Levan would be April or May. That's so
But if you
soon.
don't want it April or May,
I mean, May's fine. You know, if I pull 1st of February, May's fine. April, if I pull 1st of February, it better be the end of April. You know what I mean? But I mean, he would just be coming off Jerry in December. So I don't know, let's just say it's 1st of May. It does start getting hot here again by the end. But I would say I would push hard to be a good 325, 330, but fit, like a different me that's ever existed before, right? What do you think?
I think when you can start eating again, I think it shouldn't be a problem. Because seeing how big you are now and how little you eat,
right?
You have a lot of...
I've got a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, a lot of room to go.
But yeah, I mean, the goal isn't necessarily to be massive. I just need to have the strength. Well, a bigger muscle has the potential to be a stronger muscle. So obviously I'm gonna wanna be as strong as I can. So if it means I have to be bigger, then so be it. But I mean, realistically, here we are, October. How big could I get, you know, by the end of April? That's 4, 5, 6, I mean, roughly 7 months. I mean, I think it'd be anything bigger than 330. I think would be unrealistic, you know, or unnecessary.
I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, or unnecessary.
There's too much fat.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because you know, I want to be fit still, fit-ish. You know, yeah, you know, you're not gonna be super fit, over 300 pounds, but fit-ish. But yeah, so that would be what I think my ideal weight would be.
Connolly family says, knowing that Lars was a strongman before, what do you think about Brian Shaw entering the arm wrestling world?
It's cool. It's super cool, but it's hard to say when I haven't pulled him yet. I pull a lot of high-level strongmen when I compete because many of them wanted to try with me, and it wasn't always the case that it was the best strongman who has the best potential for arm wrestling. But of course, he's a big man, he's a big hand, and he's very methodical and motivated person. So I think it's really cool, and I can see him doing very well.
And here's you another question. Oh, hey, Benji Mack, enjoyed meeting you at East vs. West 14 too. Here's you another question from Adon. He says, who do you enjoy to watch on the arm wrestling scene? Like, who do you enjoy watching, each of you?
It's so many.
So many, right?
So many.
How do you choose, right?
Yeah, how do you choose?
Yeah.
How do you choose? It's hard to say. I love arm wrestling in general, so it can be cool with flash pins, it can be cool with drawn-out matches, it can be cool with entertainment and craziness like Devon, so it's hard to choose.
Well, just like Inga and I, we're all three on the podcast earlier. Inga, we're all such fans. We were just talking about the card coming up, East versus West 15, and the matches themselves are just watching the matches and not allowing your adrenaline to get up too high because the excitement of you know what's going to be happening. But yeah, I don't know if there's anybody specific that I like to follow or watch who I'm most entertained to watch arm wrestle, but I just like watching arm wrestling.
Yeah, I like the different, what you call it?
The variety.
Yeah, the variety.
Yeah,
all characters.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, it's just each person brings a different story, right? Yeah. And I think that's what's going to really bring the masses the appeal is once we get to introduce these characters to mainstream. That's when people will find out who their favorites are and who they want to cheer and get behind. And, you know, I think the key to any successful sport is going to be the character development.
Yeah,
you know?
the characters.
You're right here.
So Logan Austin wants to know from Lars, what is your biggest victory in arm wrestling in your eyes?
It's say maybe Arnold Classic in Hong Kong, because Arnold was there watching the finals and standing close to it.
That would be cool.
Yeah. He was, of course, my childhood hero. So yeah, maybe that's
a pretty good one.
Yeah,
that's
a good one. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, I think that's.
All right, so you're gonna start this way, fisting and just clockwise, and then a minute you go counterclockwise. I'll just keep going. Okay. All right, here we go.
All right, Chandran Sally says, what's the best opening for a top roll according to MMT? Straight riser backward or combine riser and pronation straight away?
So, the first thing you do is you engage your riser, right? On go, as you're cupping, you're pronating with back pressure, with the engaged riser from the start. So, in my opinion, an offensive top roll is going to come from riser pronation, cupping, and side pressure. A somewhat of a defensive top roll is going to be pronation, riser, pronation, back pressure, and as much cup as you can get, right? But if you can come straight back and you can control the center of the table, oftentimes you can control the match.
Benji Mack is asking if Lars has tried my famous sourdough bread yet. I literally just took some out of the oven about an hour ago. So
yeah, we were a little late getting started this morning, so we didn't get to have it for breakfast. But
yeah, we got to
all right, minute, so we just
go watch our youngest grandson in Pee Wee football, and I just got to tell you, Michael and Lars did not fit in. I got a video of them walking through, and it just didn't work out. They just did not look the part. Zombo Fitness says, oh, by the way, congrats on beating your PRs on pronation and rise monster.
Thank you. Hopefully that continues to happen every day.
Logan says that would have been a cool experience for sure, going back to Arnold being there, right?
Yeah.
When you arm wrestled. So are y'all excited about the MMA fights tonight?
Yeah.
I hope we see some good fights.
Yeah.
I feel like we will.
Yeah.
It just we don't go out much and do
We
things.
don't.
So when a friend asked us and said he had a sponsor table, we'd like to come. Like, yeah, we got Lars here. Let's go do something cool. All right, switch. Now it's gonna be claw. Just gripping, open hand grip.
Up and down.
Yeah, just do that for a minute.
Sunaman says, has Lars ever suffered an injury from his particular style of arm wrestling?
Nothing serious.
That's awesome.
What do you think the key to that is, Lars? Staying away from injury.
I do a lot of training to avoid injury. I do a lot of, every time, even in general gym training, if I go hard on my legs, I always do blood flow after. Cardio 1 hour after every gym workout. And if I do a hard arm wrestling workout, I go to the gym and do light, and then I do cardio. And the food, obviously. The food is very important to me, to eat well, to prevent injuries, stretching, flexibility, and I go to what you call it, therapist.
Therapy?
Yeah, therapy.
So now you can do claw pronation, ball pronation for a minute.
Yeah. Like sports therapy.
Okay.
Yeah, that helps me a lot.
Okay.
Because of nothing serious injuries, but I have a small inflammation and
They work through
in
that.
strongman I get some rupture in my biceps and back injuries. And strongman was worse for me.
Was harder on your body. So, did you hear that, Michael, about the stretching and mobility and
I
stuff?
was like, blocked it out.
Let's see. Much love from Ireland to the two legends. That's from County Gaines. Thank you so much.
What's up? Yeah, it's funny. Lars is like, so you gonna warm up before you do this pronation? I'm like, nope. That's doing PR right now.
Yeah. So this is funny, Al Sims. He says, what does Lars do for cardio? All I know is I see all these videos and pictures of him hiking in the mountains in Norway. And him and Michael walked up our hill to like where our mailbox is. Michael was breathing heavy.
Yeah.
And Lars told Michael he might want to work on his endurance before coming to Norway.
Honey, I've had diverticulitis and carditis.
Sure, because you weren't breathing heavy before.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's a good question, Aiden. He says, what are Levan's genetic advantages that allow him to be so strong?
Well, I mean, his hand is wide. His wrists are the largest in the sport, probably 11 inches.
His bone structure.
Yeah, I mean his top end strength. There are probably people out there who are just as strong in all the different areas, right? But they just don't have the bone structure that he has, the wrist integrity and all the different things that go along with his frame. I mean, hell, Araxley almost curls as much as he does, doesn't he? And then you got to figure bench press wise, there's a ton of people who bench press as much as he does.
Yeah.
Now he is a 400-pound guy that can do like 8 or 9 pull-ups, so that's impressive. But I'm sure there's 300-pound guys that put 100 pounds on him and do 8 or 9 pull-ups. You know? So all the different things he does, there's other people out there who are just as strong at those movements. It just doesn't translate to the table. And I think a lot of it is his bone structure, the thickness of his hand, the thickness of his wrist.
For sure.
You know,
Wrist and all the specialized muscles.
yeah, trying to get through that is what's hard. Trying to get through that hand, and the fact that everything's connected real well.
Yeah. Connection, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it.
Yeah.
This is in reference, I'm guessing, to the rules meeting that we saw at King of the Table. Do you think in a match the athlete should be allowed to go into break arm position at the elite level, is what I'm guessing, because no, I do not think that at all if someone's at our Arkansas State.
Of course not.
I do not want them to do that.
A professional athlete has the right to put himself in jeopardy. You're a professional athlete. Like, we understand the risk.
For sure.
So there should not be dangerous position fouls at the elite level.
No, I agree.
I mean, but that's just, I mean, I don't make the rules.
It's so hard to draw the line.
100%. Like, obviously, my arm has been in spots where a normal person's arm would have snapped.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. Mine every time.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we've all been people who have had conditioned arms like we have over years can go in a position that would normally, like, you have to turn away from it. Oh, shit.
Yes, and I do.
Yeah.
Most of the time when you're arm
that's
wrestling.
that's the risk we're willing to take because we want to win that bad, right? Same thing from, they keep changing the rules of the King's Book, right? Keep changing rules.
I don't think they have in a while.
Well, it doesn't matter. They have extensively in the last 5 years,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Is it because it's a dangerous position?
Or is it because of an advantage?
Exactly. What's the reasoning behind it? That's what Devon was asking. Listen, either all fouls stop or all fouls are running fouls. I mean, you can't have all fouls or these are all running fouls, but King's Move is immediate stoppage, match stoppage. So Devon's point was, so if I want to get out of a match, I just drop it to King's Move and it's a match stoppage.
Well, yes, because remember we were asking at King of the Table
Yeah.
when you were pulling Lars, we were asking. So there is no professional foul. Like, you can't sit your elbow in the middle of the table like you can in other things and get a restart.
No.
And they said no. Well, apparently there is.
Yeah.
You just drop below the table in a King's Move,
Right.
as long as you're not on the losing side.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I guess as long as you're not below the pin pad, right?
Well, I don't know what they said. Foul and
Yeah.
losing technically is foul and losing. Slips have to be below the pin pad. But
Okay.
foul and losing is technically a loss. Is what they were saying. I don't know, man. I don't care about the King's Move rules.
See, I prefer the East versus West rules much more, because what they do is if your elbow goes outside the perimeter of the pad, that is a match stoppage foul. If your elbow just bobbles above the pad, not significant to where you gain, that's just overlooked. It's just not a foul.
Foul, it's no foul.
It's just not a foul. So that makes sense that at East versus West, if your elbow goes out of the perimeter of the pad, that they stop the match, or if you commit a King's Move foul, they stop the match, because they're stopping the match for all fouls.
Right.
At King of the Table, it made no sense to me that is the one
But
that
the
stops.
original question was, should there be an arm break foul? Well,
Oh, no.
yeah, and that would also count for a King's Move. If you're saying, because they kept going, it's dangerous position. Well, there shouldn't be a dangerous position at elite level.
No.
There should not be a dangerous position foul. Whether it's a twerking of your arm or a King's Move, if you're calling it for dangerous position should not exist at elite level. But all I'm telling you is you just tell me what the rules are, and I'll arm wrestle within the rules. But,
And Devon's Pancakes follow that up with, okay, so do you think the rule set should have professional fouls or no? If you have fouls, if you go outside the
Yeah, listen.
That's what Pushkar did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the professional foul call.
No. But you did it versus Frank.
I did it versus
First
Frank.
time
First
ever.
time in my life. But I knew
It was important.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm in a bind, foul,
Yeah.
get a restart, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But running fouls were there for a reason. And then the running foul rule has been bastardized so much it's not even what it's about. Like, used to, if Lars and I are pulling and I commit a foul, I'm on a runner. If I pin him, it's a restart. If he pins me, the match is over. I'm on a foul, it's a runner. If he then fouls, then all fouls are gone and the match is still live. Now they're like, if I foul and then he fouls, they stop the match and I get a foul. The whole point of running fouls was so the match wouldn't stop, so that you could see entertaining matches.
Right.
Yeah. Now they changed it where he commits the foul, puller B commits the foul, stop the match, puller A gets the foul.
Yeah.
We're used to is like foul, all right, it's free game again, keep going.
And you know, Neil had that perfect setup in Arm Wars, and he has told them how to do it, yet no one seems to be able to.
Well, and then it got worse in WL.
Oh, Lord.
WL would let you, running fouls could be Travis Bajan's elbow in the air like this.
Exactly like that, by his eyebrows.
Punching my arm off this way, and that's a running foul.
Right.
You know, that's stupid.
Right. That should be one of those poor sportsmen. Yes, you're out.
You're out of the whole tournament, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just there's never going to be a perfect system. I mean, Devon may have the right idea with this whole freedom shit, or arm sumo, where there's the whole tabletop is your pad. You can do whatever you want. You know, I mean, like I've never tried it, but that might be cool. Who knows? I mean, that might be a good way to arm wrestle. Have you ever tried it?
No.
Me neither. But he said arm sumo in Japan is crazy.
Yeah.
He says it's awesome. So who knows? I mean, and that's what's funny is Devon's like, okay, the only way I'm ever going to beat Levan is if it's freedom or if it's arm sumo. You know, because he has more. There's more outs. I guess there's more ways to defend. You know. But what's funny is like I was just telling you how much Devon weighed just a few days ago, and he's talking about, you know, I'm going to stay in the weight divisions for a while. Dude, he's a super heavyweight right now. I mean, he's a super right now. So to say Devon's not going to come back and try to chase that crown again is probably naive thinking. You know what I mean? Like, he's a competitor. Like, barring some sort of injury that prevents him from chasing that goal, he may hang out in the categories for a bit, but I mean, I can't imagine him not coming back. I'm going to tell you, especially if I come out on top of this thing, he's definitely coming back to supers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a shot now.
He's going to be like, I'm going to go spank that ass again.
Like, think about it. Logically, if he's had 2 shots at Levan and he hasn't beat him yet, well, you got Jerry getting a shot soon. If I can earn my shot, if one of us can, take that title, he's going to have way more confidence trying to beat me or Jerry than he does Levan, because he's already felt twice at Levan. And although I beat him, he's beat me. You know, and Jerry's never beat me. So Devon sitting back, just kind of hanging out in the categories and letting us get our shots kind of makes sense to a degree of maybe I do want that crown again. But I mean, it's not even about the fact that he's so big. It was so funny when we were on the phone the other day. He's like, you know how much I weigh? I'm like, and I guess big. I mean, I thought my guess was big. And he's like, no, I'm way bigger than that. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, so I mean, that's a weight cut. That's a big weight cut.
Apparently he can do it though.
Yeah, but it's...
How does he get back to his strength?
I have no idea.
Well, you need to find out.
Yeah, well,
no, you're not going to weight cut.
I'm not cutting.
Yeah, we're not doing that
but
again.
It's very crazy to imagine that much of a weight cut and retaining your strength.
Can we talk about, let me see if there's anything I need to read. Prime Dennis 2018 versus Prime Devon 2024. Who wins that one?
Well, Devon just beat everybody except Levan.
Yeah.
So I would have to say Devon. Yeah. I'd have to say Devon. Yeah. And it's not because Devon is overall stronger. It's because his arm wrestling specific strengths are, and his leverage. It's not even also how strong he is in arm wrestling specific movements. It's that along with his 6'7", 7 foot wingspan frame.
And everything.
Yeah, I mean, and Auden is special because look. Okay, did you notice after pulling with Korean Hulk? You didn't see it, did you?
I haven't watched after pulling.
I did.
He pulled everyone.
He was strong. Impressive.
Auden?
No.
Korean Hulk.
Yes.
Oh.
Nugo, who ran over RVJ, couldn't pin Korean Hulk. Haristo, Coach Ray, Korean Hulk was strong.
Well, then that just proves
Auden. It proves that Auden is a master of arm wrestling.
Yes.
And the setup. Because he took everything away from him. He never even let Korean Hulk engage. So
that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
What do they say about you in the setup?
I give up everything.
That you're the nicest guy, you just give up everything.
Yeah.
Are you going to continue doing that, or are you going to figure this shit out?
Until someone teaches me how to do it, I'm probably going to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
people have come to teach you.
Listen, Artem told me a little bit of setup and a strap. Like, I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to, I don't know how to tape everything. Do you know how to do it?
No.
Me neither. Oh, you got a big one, okay.
Well, I think that might need to be like y'all's A game. You need to figure that shit out.
Listen, so
How
Josh understands it, but he's such a small frame that I don't know if it translates to how I do it.
Devin says, when you get to the table, that's when the game begins.
The fight starts.
That's when the fight starts,
Yeah.
not on go. You have to fight for what you need in the setup.
And that's the thing is I don't even know what I need because I'm so used to giving everything and just expect to be stronger, you know? So I do need, like, think about the matches. With
You're
Chris
not
Hart
going to
and
be
stuff
stronger than Levan.
No.
So you better figure that shit out.
There's a chance that I come in stronger than Gennady. There's a
Yeah.
chance. I mean, and it's not even a far-fetched chance. There's a chance
Yeah.
that I come in stronger than Gennady. But moving forward to even Ermey's. Ermey's hand and wrist is world class.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
if I could get my hand and wrist as strong as Ermey's, great. But how much better would it be if I could just do what Devin did and take everything to set up and shut it down?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the ideal way to win. You know, I just need Devin and Auden to come down and show me that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like at least Auden's our frame. Like Auden has the same length as us.
Yeah.
Devin is so long.
Yeah.
The things that Devin might show me, I don't think I can do because I don't have the same leverage.
So
I think Auden can show me and it'd be real well because it's the same frame.
a lot of folks are asking, Lars, have you tried all of Michael's lifts yet?
No, not yet. I'll try some of them. And of course, I'm nowhere near him in this one. The cupping, I was a little bit
Yeah,
closer.
cup was
Cupping
good.
was
Yeah, cup
okay,
was real
but
good.
yeah.
Yeah, we like you haven't. So he did pronation gauge back pressure yesterday.
Uh-huh.
At a solid weight, like 175, so heavy weight.
Very impressive.
Like I haven't let him direct. Like today, I did 240 for a triple, right?
Uh-huh.
I haven't let you see what that feels like.
No.
It's not going to hurt you to try it, but you're going to see
Well,
what
maybe not-
this feels like.
Maybe not after doing arms with BFR cuffs.
I mean, I think we're fully recovered now. But I'm just saying, like, some of the stuff that we, like, so I had somebody come here the other day, it was Rick Stuckey, actually, and Rick's like, every time you do the pronation lift, you post it, I'm super impressed. But I haven't been as impressed with pronation gauge back pressure until he grabbed it and said what it felt like. He's like, okay, now I'm way more impressed with it because people don't understand that it's trying to turn you in.
Yeah.
It is trying to hook you. And to just be able to get out of that hook.
Twisting you.
Yeah, it is turning
When
you
you
this
pull
way.
it.
Yeah, it's like it's trying to do this to you because that's where the strap is pulling you this way. Like it's around your thumb, it's pulling you this way. So you gotta rip that shit back. So it's someone in a strap trying to supinate your hand and turn you under, and you're just dragging back out of it. And honestly, I was thinking today, my goal has been 275 on this prep. I'm gonna pronation gauge back pressure 275 pounds. I think I might surpass that on this prep.
I think you will.
I mean, things are moving well. Like the 240 today for 3, I felt like I could have done 10.
It was.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
I was like, I think I could have wrapped that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And 240 is an insane amount of weight. When you're talking about what is the heavyweight division? I mean, it used to be 240, 200. That's 109 kgs.
Yeah. 109.
That's a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm feeling good with that stuff.
So Nolan Berger has a good question. He wants to know, do you always train to be well-rounded, Lars, or do you put extra time into developing your press for your opponents?
My press, before, when I was heavy, bigger and stronger and better at pressing, I did a lot of close grip bench press, French press, everything on triceps, and of course table time with press.
Mm-hmm.
Now after my comeback, I'm much smaller and leaner, and my press, it's still there, but it's not as strong, and it's more uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get it back, and I'm back to doing pressing component, but it's taking a little bit time to get it back.
For those elbows.
Yeah, everything.
It's hard on the elbows
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah, and when you're lean, it's more painful
Oh,
for me. Yeah.
because you're not as
When I was a
lubricated.
little bit fatter and bigger, it was.
And it wasn't
Yeah.
even fatter, just more lubricated probably. Just
Yeah,
a little extra
yeah.
water. Like
Yeah.
it does help. The drier you get, the more painful those tendons and ligaments get when
Yeah.
you start doing that heavy compound pressing type shit. You're like,
Yeah.
man, that kind of hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I obviously don't know because I'm not lean like that right now, but
And I want to rise my level, and I love to actually do the open top roll and different style. It's it's fun. So I want to raise everything this time.
Michael Devon's Pancakes wants to know what happens if Gennady is able to take your hand.
I'm just gonna have to beat him without a hand.
You're gonna have to fight.
I'm just gonna beat him without a hand, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
But anything can happen, right?
Yeah, anything's possible. I mean, listen, I've won a lot of arm wrestling matches out of my hand. You know,
You had your hand break against Jerry
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah,
You know?
fractured my metacarpal. Yeah, so the thing is, I'm preparing to have hand control,
Yes.
and so far, everything that I'm doing tells me that I will. If for some reason I don't, he's still not going to beat my pronation. Like even if my riser drops or he gets something open, my pronation is still through that strap. It's going to be very difficult for him to overcome, in my opinion. Even if he comes back with flop press like he pinned in round 3, right? I think I was very passive in our match. The last time I pulled him, I think after round 1, where I didn't walk, because I stopped the match in the center and actually let out that little bit of because I thought it was over.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I'd stopped it.
Yeah.
But I didn't climb, I didn't do anything. You see him start working his way out of the strap and climbing me. And I think after round 1, I was like, oh shit, I might be in trouble, So I think I was real passive. And I'm not going to be this Mr. Aggressive either, because I honestly think that this is my time to show that all things are possible through Christ. I don't have to be this over the top. Like, you're going to see me come out stoic, because the work's already been done, right? The work's already been done. I just had faith that God's will is going to be done on that day. But I am not going to I'm not giving this up. Like, he's going to have to take it. Like, there will not be a submissive version of Michael Todd. He's going to have to take it.
Eli says, what are your guys' thoughts on a 15-year-old kid having a 95-pound pronation lift?
That's impressive.
That's pretty good.
I mean, is he a 15-year-old kid who's a freak that weighs 400 pounds? Or is he a 15-year-old kid that's 165? I don't know. There's a lot of variables. But any 15-year-old kid who has a 95-pound pronation it's got a good start. You know what I mean? That's a good start. So Corey, when Corey was 11 years old, he was 6'3", 330. Did you know that?
No.
When he was 11.
When he was 11.
Yeah. I mean, so that's a different 11-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's.
I mean, so there's a lot of variables that could be at play. I do want to. Do you want to do wrist rolls, or do you want to save your wrist for tomorrow? What do you want to do?
I can do a little bit light, but I'm already toasters.
How about we just sit here and we pass the gripper back and forth?
Yeah.
We'll just do that. We'll just do flex grippers.
You do your wrist rolls.
I'm actually gonna chill until tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, we've really been working hard.
He's not listening to me, guys.
Baby, I know how hard I'm working already.
Do I need to make you a shake while you're sitting here?
Well, I'm gonna need to eat pretty soon.
Yeah, but you need a shake because you just finished a hard workout. You want a shake?
Shake?
Protein shake?
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay, I will make you each one.
All right, so you want me reading the thing for us, so we're just gonna be chit-chatting.
All right, you guys talk. Oh, guess what though? They almost saw me. I'm like, y'all don't need to see me right now. I just finished a workout. My first CrossFit workout back.
Yeah.
Since I tore my glute.
So guys, she tore her glute like 2 years ago doing light deadlifts, like 135. What deadlifts weren't even heavy for her.
It was
like
after your arm injury.
So was it after my arm injury?
It was after your
So
arm
I guess
injury.
it's a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so shortly after my arm injury, you tore your glute.
Mm-hmm.
And she was training so hard, dude. Like her CrossFit was going through. I mean, she was super impressed. Like I just get to sit out here and watch her train because it's motivating as shit, right? And then she popped her glute like 5th, 6th rep or something.
A very light deadlift.
And it was amazing how shit went south after that. Like
One
once
after the
that torn glute, you just started falling apart
Everywhere.
And the fact that you did that workout today with little pain,
I did. It was good.
Very impressive.
I was
We were
excited.
doing the live with Ingen, and I saw you over there doing power snatches and shit.
I was excited that I could just get through the movement,
Right.
and get under the weight, and
Right.
it felt
It looked
everything
comfortable.
felt
It looked
okay.
comfortable. And then I saw you doing like some yoga stretches or something. So
Yeah.
that looked good. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just happy to see you back training because you like it so much. Like you have a passion for it. So
I like being able to do stuff.
So it helps
without
having
harm.
Mr. Fitness here too. Like, oh, we gotta step our shit up.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
it's because when we went to Honduras,
Right.
and you and I both became enhanced genetically.
Yeah.
That just being able to, it's like when my son is taking, if he's going to take creatine, he wants his nutrition to be on point. He wants his training to be on point. He will not take creatine if his nutrition and his training are not on point. I feel like if I'm doing anything that's supposed to improve my longevity and health,
You need to.
I want to do it all.
Right.
So I fasted yesterday.
Which was good. That was a pure water fast, everything. I mean,
Watching my nutrition and getting back in training felt good. So let me see if there's anything I need to read before. Devon's Pancakes wants to follow that up, Michael, with when you said that you're not just going to give everything away. He says, does that mean you won't be passive in the setup then?
Yeah, so I don't know necessarily how I'm supposed to fight in the setup, honestly. But I know I'm not just going to sit there and let him get everything. I'm not going to let my knuckle get covered. I need to understand the height, the webbing thing. I don't really grasp that. Do you understand that?
I'm bad at that, so I need to
I'm really bad at it, right? So it's so funny. People are like, oh, you don't know how to arm wrestle. I'm like, no, I'm very good at arm wrestling. I just don't know how to manipulate the setup because that never really was a thing until like the last decade.
Yeah.
I mean, used to. We didn't do any of that.
We couldn't do much in,
Traditional rules.
Foul,
Yeah, any
foul,
movement, any of that
so-
shit, you're getting fouled for it. And now with arm wrestling becoming more of a super match entertainment style,
Yeah, it's a big difference.
you can get away with a lot more stuff that used to would have fouled you, right? Because they don't want the matches to be boring. They don't want them to be loose lost on fouls. So you can actually get away with a lot more shit than you used to could. And with that means a person can take so much in the setup. So I do need to spend more time doing that, just for the fact that I want to be the very best I can be. And I mean, it's proof. We watch it all the time. Like, I don't think Devon was so much stronger than Hermes to do what he did to Hermes, but he took the setup from him.
Yeah.
Like, he took everything, and it was so bad. Like, I would have lost all. I mean, I would have never thought Devon was going to beat Hermes like that.
Not that easy.
No,
Not that easy.
I mean, he cracked his wrist round one,
Bye.
and you're just like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because that's not what happens to Hermes. Like, Hermes is, I mean, you talk about his back pressure, his riser, all those things are so strong. And you saw Devon just negate everything. And I'm like, wow, okay. So a lot of people, in reference to Devon, talk about, his losses to Levan or whatever. I don't care that he lost to Levan. Look what he did on his journey back to Levan.
Yeah. That was impressive.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he did that, in the people he went through.
Yeah, after the first loss after Levan,
Yeah.
he was, I have to go through a lot of people, if not, I won't face again.
Right.
And he did.
He did it. Like, the only
Everyone.
part he lost to Gennady,
Yeah.
and then Gennady got injured and took himself out of the competition for a while, and then he just did what was next.
Yeah.
I mean, because we saw what Hermes did to Gennady. Now, that was Gennady's first match back.
Yeah.
But he went through Hermes like no one's went through Hermes. I mean, Levan didn't beat Hermes like that.
No.
I mean, so it was very impressive. Very impressive. But yeah, I mean, you and I have shorter levers. I mean, we're not small guys, but we're not necessarily super heavyweight leverage.
No.
You know what I mean? Our hands are not necessarily super heavyweight.
No,
hands.
it's more like normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is a small genetic disadvantage when you're going against, because these are outliers in the super heavyweight division. These are people who are, most of them are bigger than normal super heavyweights, right? From the leverage perspective, from the hand size. And then you start talking about someone like Levan, it's just a whole different story.
Yeah. That's a different story.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the journey. The journey has me very excited, because we love to train.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing we both,
Yeah,
we love
you
to
do
train.
every day.
We
All
love
the
the
time.
journey, we love the process. Like, if I wasn't an arm wrestler, I would be competing in something else.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be like, okay, let me get a mixed martial arts match or a kickboxing match. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, I would do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like, because I love the training part,
Yeah.
But yeah. We're missing questions because none of us can read the computer screen from here. But she's making us some shakes and she's right back over here. But I don't know, man. It's fun having you here too. Like, it's because there's a certain degree of accountability. Like, I'm gonna train every day. Now, do you normally train by yourself? I mean, not table time, but like just your workouts.
Depends. I have a group of people who train very well, so I try to. Thank you. But a lot of time, of course, it's by myself.
Right. So the bulk of my training throughout my life has been by myself.
Yeah.
I've never had a team. You know how like all these people, we have a club. I don't have a club.
No.
I've never had a club. Like years when I first started, I trained with the Louisiana guys, and we would train, 3 nights a week, 500 matches a night, just crazy shit. But from then on, it was basically maybe we got together, had a practice, but I had no consistent people that held me accountable or raised me up. So it's always just been,
It helps.
I had to do it myself.
Yeah.
So even though I'm in this prep for Gennady and I'm gonna do the work, having you here gives me that extra little bit of motivation, you know what I mean? So that's good.
All right, y'all drink your shakes. I want to read a question. Aiden, that's good. He says, what would you do to take the popularity of arm wrestling to the next level if hypothetically you were an organizer for the sport?
All right, super quick, super easy answer to that. I would take, and it wouldn't even have to be the top guys. Wouldn't have to be the top guys. I would take 2 of the top guys. I would have a house. I would bring in X amount of middleweights, X amount of heavyweights, 2 teams, and I would go ahead and go exactly like Ultimate Fighter did.
Get to know them.
The concept works, it's proven.
Yeah, it is.
So instead of having a fighter house, have a puller house. And you get to know the characters. Like I said, you don't even have to pay the best guys. You just need the two of the top guys to be the coaches. And let these other people who are not unknown but not as established, who would love the opportunity, and I would go ahead and film it, release it either across one of the most popular arm wrestler social media platforms to have a proof of concept, and then I would sell it to Hulu, Netflix, somebody like that. And I think that would be the catalyst that would take arm wrestling mainstream.
Yeah, I agree.
I wholeheartedly believe that.
You need the characters to do that.
100%. Like if you watch anything that you don't already know who they are, and you land on a channel, you might watch for a few, but if you don't know who you're supposed to cheer for or what, you're switching the channel.
Yeah.
Especially with arm wrestling, because the setup and shit takes so long, right?
You know, it's some sports on TV, and it can be a sport you never watch, but if someone you know that, you watch. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the way it
Like
is.
so.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, it's not magic, right? It's already been done. I've watched UFC since UFC 1 because I was a martial artist before I was an arm wrestler, right? So I watched UFC since the very beginning. But what brought UFC mainstream was the Ultimate Fighter. And it's that Stephen Bonner versus Forrest Griffin death fight at the end, right? Where they both get the $100,000 contract. That's all it takes, man.
Yeah.
Just expose the world through whatever media platform you want to the characters and let the characters do the rest.
Here's a good question. Connolly family, Michael, you've kind of answered this before, but if you could go through it again. Would you rather be going up against Levan right now, or are you happy you get to go up against Gennady and then Hermes to prepare you?
Okay, so I'm not ready. I'm not ready for Levan. It's such a big ask. And you don't even know how strong you have to be. You know what I mean?
Like it's just a guess.
We think we know how strong we have to be, but we don't know how strong you have to be. So honestly, if all I had to do was just sit home and train for the next 8 months and have no matches, and then Levan was the goal, you would not have the slight bit of stress of what happens if you fail, right? What happens if I don't beat Gennady? What happens if I don't beat Hermes and I don't get the shot? If the shot was guaranteed, but it was 8 months from now, that might be the best option. But on the flip side, testing myself versus Gennady
It builds you up.
builds me up.
Yeah.
Come back home, prep again, test myself against Hermes, builds me up. I mean, there's confidence that comes with those.
Of
now,
course.
could I get that confidence in training?
I think that would be hard to get that much confidence.
It would, because you don't have the same atmosphere. And how are you going to feel when that much pressure? Because arm wrestling is becoming bigger, and the fan base is bigger, and the auditorium is bigger, and the loudness is bigger than it's ever been, right? And that's what Inge was talking about today. He thinks I'm the favorite going into Gennady because I have that experience of competing at this, under these circumstances. Whereas Gennady's first shot back, and there is a little bit of not necessarily nerves, but just comfortableness.
You had a whole lot of emotion your first
one.
back. Whole lot.
Right.
You know. So.
Yeah, so to answer your question, earning the spot versus just getting the shot, earning the shot versus getting the shot is more important. You know?
Okay. Now,
So can you take it from here and do it this way and see if it's stay flexed? There you go, perfect.
this is
You
a
tend to straighten your wrist out if you do it this way, and that's what you want. But you're better at it today than you were yesterday.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yesterday I couldn't do a thing.
Yeah.
Man.
this is a controversial subject right now, and I had no idea that it was until about an hour and a half ago.
Legacy hammer or something? What is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
MMT, Lars, and Miss Rebecca, do you have an opinion on the legacy hammer drama? Can I please explain to me what the legacy hammer means and what it is? And then you can chime in with your answers. People that are getting upset about the legacy hammer. Oh, look, there I am. Shit, I look terrible. Let's get back down here. I'm sorry.
You're so cute.
So people that are getting upset about the legacy hammer as if it's something that we're promoting and talking about as if it were better than the current awards don't understand what the legacy hammer is and what it's supposed to be. The legacy hammer is not, yes, it was originally a WAL hammer. That WAL has been removed. It does not represent WAL anymore in the minds and the hearts of the people that win it and carry it around. What it was meant to be by Devon, which was a fantastic idea, was something that exceeds and transcends any promotion. It is literally from arm wrestler to arm wrestler that can be passed on for as long as arm wrestling is here. So it's basically a living bit of history, a living award. So it's not owned by any specific promotion. It is owned by the arm wrestlers, period. And I think that was a really beautiful idea. And the other part of the legacy hammer is that each person that wins it is then obligated to go on and have other matches. You can't just retire. You can't just quit. You can't just put it on a shelf and keep it. You are to go have other matches, and it doesn't matter who you challenge. If you lose that match, you then pass on the legacy hammer, making sure that your name is on it and making sure that you have changed it in some way.
And you don't necessarily have to change it. You just have
But
to
you
make
can.
You can do whatever you want.
You can change it. So I think that is incredible. Just the fact that it has been here in the Monster Factory, and you had to ship it back to the right hand
Yeah,
side.
so the thing is, I beat Devon. Then I went to Sweden in arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Won that 5-0. Then I went to Brazil in arm wrestling. Won
Yes.
that 5-0. Then the next year I beat Dave Chafee. And then I beat Jerry. I mean, like any one of those guys that would have beat me, I would have had to send them a hammer.
Yes.
It wasn't between me and Devon then.
Right.
I just won it from Devon, defended it 5 times, and then lost it to Devon.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So it is not to represent a promotion. The people that are leaving it as a WAL hammer are not understanding the concept. It's just a living award that represents history and that can be around as people are passing around forever. And every name that's on it is someone that has won it outright in a super match.
Right.
Which I think it's a beautiful idea.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Lars, you go ahead
But
first.
the problem now, as I understand, is Dennis want to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's the old controversy.
So Devon is calling
Because he's not defending it.
right, and he wants to keep it forever as his.
Yeah.
Does he want to, or is he just not responding to Devon?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I
He's
don't
just
know.
not responding to Devon, is what we know.
Okay, but I did see something where Morozov said, "Why do I want something that belonged to a promotion that's not even around?" And that's missing the
In my
point.
opinion, Morozov doesn't understand the significance of it.
Right.
Because if you want to talk about WAL Hammer, I am forever the super heavyweight champion of the WAL.
Yes.
Because once I won it, I've won it every year. I'm the
Yes.
last person. It sits on my shelf. I have all 3 years. I did not lose the WAL Hammer to Devon because that was not a WAL event.
Right.
It was not WAL rules. It was not WAL table. Nothing about that was WAL. I lost the legacy hammer to Devon.
Right.
So I still hold the WAL Super Heavyweight World title.
But at the same time,
no one's beat me.
That legacy hammer had nothing to do with King of the Table, had nothing to do with WAL.
Nothing.
It was an agreement between you and another athlete.
Well, it's not an agreement. Like, if and when I beat Levan, I fully expect to get that hammer back and put my name back on it. You know what I mean? Like, I fully expect to put that back on there. Not only will I get the East versus West World Championship, the gauntlet.
Which, how much would that mean to you?
The world. Because, you know, it's not a WAL hammer. It started as an award that Devon won through the WAL. And it was his 16 hammer. So that hammer didn't belong to Marcio. It didn't belong to John. It's something that Devon said, okay, I won it in 16. The previous years, it was won by Marcio, and then it was won by John, and now I have it in the 17 finals, whatever. If anyone beats me, I will give you my hammer. But if anyone beats you, I expect you to give it away because it's a legacy. It's a traveling hammer. It's a traveling award. And it's awesome. So the people who think it's about an organization don't understand. It's not greater or less than the East versus West belts or anything else. It's just something in addition to.
And it is completely a different.
100%. It's just an addition to. Like, I'm not going to say, don't give me my East versus West World Championship belt or the gauntlet. I'm going to happily have those too. But I'm like, hey, I would like to put the legacy hammer back here until somebody beats me, you know?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's think about that. Let's say everything about this is successful. And I beat Levan. And he gives me back the legacy hammer. Because I would be the first person to defeat him since he beat it from Devon. Won it from Devon. Would it be right for me to retire? And just set the hammer on my shelf and never defend it?
No, you have to.
Well, clearly I don't have to because Dennis isn't.
No, but if you're not
You know
going
what I'm
to.
saying? Like, I mean, you see what I'm saying?
Like.
But I mean, seriously, like, because we talked about it. We briefly joked that, you know, if I accomplish the impossible and I beat Levan, it's mic drop time. Like, I'm out, guys. Peace, you know. Would that be fair? To take this hammer that's supposed to go from champion to champion.
No, you have just killed
The legacy
award.
hammer, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and which is essentially how it's happened with the left arm, right? The problem is I wouldn't be able to just quit. You know, my dumb ass would keep arm wrestling forever, you know. So, but we joked about it because it is such an impossible feat that I'm trying to accomplish right now. It would be. We did say maybe take a 6-month break afterwards and do some other cool shit for a bit, and then come back and defend. But yeah, the hammer is just, in my opinion, it's a beautiful thing.
If you understand the concept.
It's misunderstood right now,
Yeah.
which I didn't even realize that people had so much issue with it. Like, I didn't, because I hadn't watched the videos. Moore's all pissed.
I think that they have
I'm
issue
like,
with it
y'all don't
because
understand. This
But
they're
is,
attaching
clearly someone don't understand.
they're attaching WAL to
Yeah.
it, and it is not. It transcends
it has
any
nothing
promotion.
to do with the WL except that's where the initial award came from, the hammer
Yeah.
itself.
It could literally be a dollar bill that people were just signing and
Signing and
passing
passing
on.
on. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the significance of it. I mean, imagine 50 years from now, if we're still here, there's a hammer or an award that my name's on, alongside Devon, Levan, and whoever else, the best. You know, this is, and so that could be part of it. Like Marcio, he was never the best, but that's how this hammer started in that 225 league, right? John Zink clearly was the best at one point, right? Devon probably has been the best at one point. I think I was the best at one point, but clearly Levan's the best. You know what I mean? Like, the people whose names are on that are significant. So I don't know. It's confusing to me that there's so much uproar about it because, guys, it's not about a promotion. Like, it's not about, oh, my award's better than your award. It's not that. Like, I love all the awards, so give me all of them. But it's
Well, I mean, when it comes to East versus West, or East versus West, King of Table, whatever, if that promotion is married, there is no contest about which promotion has moved the
arm
sport.
wrestling the furthest.
There's no contest.
In the history of arm wrestling, nothing is
Ever.
done like, because we've never seen these matches.
No. So if people are saying that because this award has got an amount of people desiring to it, it's not because they want something that belonged to another promotion. They want something that belonged to another arm wrestler.
Yeah, another champion.
another champion.
Right.
You know, I have the award that used to belong to Devon Larratt. I have the award that used to belong to Mike Todd.
Right.
You know, that's cool. And I don't think that Dennis should, if Dennis has no intention of arm wrestling left, he needs to pass it on to, I would give, if I was him, I would pass it on to who happens to be number one left hand right now.
Well,
in
which
the
is
world. Which is Morozov.
And he's shown no interest in having it because he doesn't understand it.
Apparently he wanted it before.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
But now he doesn't. Because he says it used to belong to another organization or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's weird.
It.
And I like Morozov, he's a good kid.
Oh no, they're all awesome.
I mean, it's just misinterpretation, confusion. We live in a world where a person can say this, it's interpreted this way, and then start fucking about time he gets into the thing, it's like, that's nowhere near what
It's
this
a telephone game.
It's like, you know,
It's a telephone
happens
game.
all the time.
all the time. Like, it's not even close to what was said or what the intent is.
Yeah.
It's just perception and persuasion and interpretation, and things get so confusing,
Yeah.
and then emotions get involved, and then holy shit, like
Yeah.
there was zero intent for anything like this to ever be an issue, and now it's somewhat of an issue apparently.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're just talking about, well, who has the coolest awards? Clearly that's East versus West again. You know, they have the coolest awards. But
I mean, did you see the gauntlet?
oh, that's badass.
Yeah.
I mean,
He said
if
it's
you want-
gold plated, it's gonna cost like $5,000.
Yeah.
No way.
5 grand.
I'm like,
Engen, do not let anybody leave with that.
Well, I mean,
keep it in your office.
He's like, you don't get to keep it unless you defend like 12 times. I'm like, what?
Ugh.
I was like, that seems impossible.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
like-
so because he's had the hat, he's had the shield, you know, the belts, and now that. So clearly, his promotion has the best awards. This is just
and the
different.
thing is, I don't care about the best awards.
Oh yes, you do.
No.
He would take a king's throne. Like if he found out tomorrow that some county fair had a king's throne
I'm
as an
gonna go win
award,
that King's
he's
Throne.
going to go win it.
That shit's mine.
He's going to do
But
it.
I'm saying it's not about the best rules, the best awards. It's about the most significance to that world title.
Mm-hmm.
In my belief, there's no other organization who carries the same significance of an East versus West world
No,
title.
there's not.
Because
Never has been.
there's never been a unified professional league like there currently is.
Would
know
you
what I mean?
say? Would you
agree?
say Zloty Tour back in the day
Yeah,
was different, right?
it still wasn't a tournament, so it's
Yeah.
not the same thing.
No.
I mean, a super match format,
Uh huh.
one-on-one competition. There's never been a more legitimate world title than what currently exists with East versus West, ever. I mean, even when I was WAO 10, anyone was able to come, right? But a lot of them didn't.
Like 15 years ago, if you want something, you always, yeah, but he wasn't there, or
Yeah.
he wasn't there. Nobody says that anymore.
You can't say that about East versus
No.
West. Like, you have to earn your way there. Like,
Yeah, you have to earn your
the
way.
best of the best
Yeah.
are competing there, right?
So John Augustin, thank you so much for your super chat. He says, thank you both for sharing and clarifying what the Legacy Hammer means and sharing your thoughts and what it means to you. Devon has been catching a lot of flack, but I don't think some people understands what it represents. And that's very possible, just because of lack of understanding. And the last thing that I would want anybody to take away from this discussion is to think that somehow you don't cherish Engen's awards or what Engen's doing
Absolutely not.
as
It's
much.
not even the
Yeah.
same thing.
It's not.
Like, every world title that I've won, I am proud of.
Mm-hmm.
I am proud of. But the one I don't have is East versus. And think about that for a second. How important is it to me to hold that world title?
We wouldn't
Real
be
quick.
doing any of this.
So you're answering the question, but I'm going to explain it. How important is it?
Very.
Okay, and I turned down the heavyweight.
Yes.
I turned down I turned down competing in 3 weeks for the heavyweight world title. What? 12 weeks ago?
Yes.
Because I chose to pull super heavyweights.
Yes.
I could have pulled a heavyweight puller and been pulling in 3 weeks for the world title.
But that wasn't your plan.
That wasn't the ultimate plan. And once I realized I wasn't competing for the world championship in Orlando, I'm like, the goal's always been supers.
Mm-hmm.
The goal's always supers. As much as I want to be world champion, because currently every professional league that's ever existed, I've held the world title for. UAL, NAL, PAL, Arm Wars, you know what I'm saying, like WAL. Like if there was a league at one time or another, I've won the world title. The one I have not got is King of the Table East versus West promotion. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's so important to me to be the world champion again, to ascend back to the top. But it's more important to go after Levan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more important.
Yeah,
it's more important. Like,
challenge.
if I fail, if this whole thing ends up being a failure and I come up short, I can always go back and try to win the heavyweight world title, right? But right now, I felt like my time period, because I'm 51, right? And you can only chase super heavyweight supremacy for so long before health becomes an issue.
Yeah.
So it just made sense to me at this point to say, I will bypass my opportunity to be world champion in a division and chase super heavyweight glory. You know?
Okay, I want to address this because I don't think anybody should speak for Ingen, but I'm just going to address it anyway. Kansas Fargnolly says Ingen is telling Morozov to make the post he's making. Ingen is the one who doesn't want the hammer on his stage. I don't know anything about that, but what I will tell you is that it doesn't have to be on Ingen's stage.
You doesn't have to be presented at the thing and be mailed to you later, right?
Yeah, that's a later thing because Ingen's stage should be for his awards.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
So,
I mean,
so it doesn't even belong on stage.
You can take it with you and give it to him afterwards. Like, if you want to carry it with you and give the award afterward, that's fine too.
Well, both you and Devon mailed it. Y'all didn't give it to each other on stage.
No.
You know?
He didn't think he was going to lose, and I didn't think I was going to lose. You don't have to take that shit with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, homie, it's staying right here. But that's the thing, man. I don't think Ingen's a fan of arm wrestling.
Yes.
At the end of the day, Ingen's a fan of arm wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Ingen's loves the sport as much as anyone. He's not trying to say, it's... And I don't think even... I can't sit here and speak for Ingen, but he does not have any hate towards the Legacy Hammer. He just may not understand the significance currently, you know what I mean? Or what it's trying to be. And he mentioned it earlier, and he's like, I'm not trying to replace that with my gauntlet, it's just, this is East versus West only. Yeah. Cool. I love all the awards, it's great, So I don't think there is, and who knows, I don't know. I haven't been following around really, because it's just a waste of my time to like get invested in the he said, she said shit, If it's not something about me hitting a new Pro Nation lip, I ain't messed up. I don't need to waste my time with it.
Tor says, Lars, did you try to engage your famous flop press against Todd in the last King of the Table?
Yeah. He was too fast. And he know how to shut it down.
And it's so funny. People are like, I'm like, well, he was going to. I just went faster this way. And the only reason I knew it worked because when we pulled in 2003, left-handed, same move.
We did the same thing.
The same move. Yeah. And that's how you shut it down. But yeah, I knew if I could stop, if I could shut down your press, I knew open top rope was coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I knew you'd have to slip to get it.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, well, he's gonna go open top rope, so I'm gonna try to hit real hard and try to keep him out of the strap. So that's how round 2 happened,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just experience. We both know how to arm wrestle. It's just, and if you know what the other person's gonna do, like I was gonna try to do it with Camille, but he crowds the center so much that he false started me, and I was like, oh shit, I don't know if I can get there before him. I don't know if I can get in there before he can engage. So I was like, and that's the thing, I knew I didn't have to beat him in a press because I knew I could beat him here. Yeah. Because he's not gonna press me harder than Jerry. No. And I could hold on to Jerry forever, so I knew I could hold on to him. Primarily because I've never seen him arm wrestle longer than 10 seconds.
All right, guys, so here's the deal. I got to go get ready.
We both have to get ready.
So,
we got fights coming up.
You might want to make yourself some deli sandwiches or run to Subway and get yourself some more sandwiches because I don't have time to cook anything right now. I need to go get ready.
Yeah, we got to go.
Okay. All right, guys, y'all are awesome, but we have some MMA fighting to see, and these boys have got to go get fed.
We do need to eat.
Because y'all would never believe, Michael, tell them really quickly, how much can Lars eat?
So, it's funny because... I'm like, you need anything? He goes, I had 4 protein bars. I'm like, in the last 10 minutes. This dude's killing it. It's so funny. We go to Walmart, he's like, grab this, grab that, grab this. And I'm thinking he's going to eat a protein bar at a time. Nope, he had 4.
You are much bigger than me, but wherever I go, I always used to have people, what How much you eat? Yeah. When I'm working, I do security, and we work in a hotel, and we get food from the kitchen, and they know my face now, so all the what you call it, people making the food.
The chefs?
Yeah, they're making bigger
portions.
Can he eat it? Can he eat it? Yeah, he did.
That's hysterical. So we may take you to our sushi place. You like sushi?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been ran out of several sushi places. No more sushi for you, because like I eat a bunch of food. But it's so funny because he's like, I thought you would eat more. I'm like, yeah, I can't eat large portions right now. So maybe I will attempt a sushi thing after we arm wrestle tomorrow, maybe, because it would be fun to see us both fill up a couple big plates, right? But the dude can put away some food. But I'm trying to eat slower because
you have
health-wise,
to. Michael Todd has to eat slower.
Yeah.
No food challenges in your future because you
not
have to do
for
that.
not for a bit, but maybe some sushi.
Some sushi. All right, guys.
God bless. Appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell for notifications on Facebook, like, follow, all that good stuff. We're gonna do a podcast while he's here at some point. So
as soon as we fit it in.
Give us some questions, and we'll see if we can't get you some answers.
Yeah. On that note, be sure that you have clicked that bell for notifications so you get notified when they do go live on their podcast, guys. Because we're gonna have to fit it in, so it probably won't be advertised for too terribly long before it happens.
Right.
All right. Talk to you guys next time.
See you.